I love your new book so much. The beautiful text, this one's in the shape of a fish. This one's in the shape of a vase. It's so unique. It's so incredibly you. I've been pouring through it.
I see all your notes. This is amazing. Whoa.
I was curious, with all that you've accomplished in the space of these last 2 years, what is your next dream that you want to come true?
One thing I would love to do in the future would be to recite poetry at an Olympic game. I feel like that would be a really significant moment for literature. So fingers crossed for the 2028 LA Olympics that we can get poetry in there some way.
I mean, if we can wait that long, and like the Winter Olympics are coming next year, and I feel like you have reignited the world in poetry, which is a profound thing that humans have created and shared since the beginning of time. I feel it's such an ancient art, but you're modernizing it. You're revitalizing one of the most important things human beings have within them to bestow.
No pressure. Thank you so much for that. And I think you speak to it so beautifully. I think in general, we are experiencing a poetry renaissance. I did not cause it. I don't think I'm the leading force behind it. I think I'm just one piece in kind of this grand opus that we're seeing from poetry, that there's so many voices speaking up right now through literature, through spoken word. And I'm just so grateful to be one of them. And so it's really just a homegoing for me, because I've always thought reading books, poetry was cool and exciting and modern. And I think it's, looking at this year that we're starting to see people come to that understanding as well.
You've had a crash course in confidence building. You came onto the scene, you changed it as we know it. You've talked about running for president, which I cannot wait for. How soon? I mean, what year are we eligible? And by we, I mean, thank you, all of us on your journey. What year is this happening?
2036.
Okay.
Around the corner.
I know that poetry has always inspired you. I know that Hannah Montana has also been a source of inspiration. Is this true? Explain.
I love this. Hannah Montana, discuss. Well, when I was growing up, and I think this was for so many other girls my age, Hannah Montana was the bomb.com. You were like, oh, look at this, girl living the double life. And it was so funny because, I'd be in like elementary school or whatever singing that song, The Best of Both Worlds. And it's something that actually makes me really laugh now, because I feel like that, meaning I'm this poet, I'm kind of nerdy and geeky. And for a lot of my life, I was kind of anonymous or felt invisible for many reasons. And then I look up and in 6 minutes, all of a sudden, so many people know my name and know my face. And so I feel like just inside my own body and existence, there's two different realities, which are always fighting and negotiating each other, which is, what is it like to exist where so many people know your name? And also what brings you joy is just to watch the world while you're unnamed. And so I'm just trying to, journey through that and stay humble and live in it. But yeah, Hannah Montana was the OG for sure.
I love this so much, because when someone is as smart, well-spoken, running for president and living on that mountaintop, it's like, oh, cool, Hannah Montana too. Perfect. In fact, you do love pop culture. And I was wondering if you would give us your words on some pop culture trends.
Ooh, okay.
All right, we're calling it the Final Five Pop Culture Poetry Edition. All right, 5 things in pop culture that are inspiring you right now.
It's hard to narrow it down to 5 things, but 5 things I'm loving right now are, 1, the TV show Dickinson on Apple TV. Huge fan of Hamilton the musical. I will be playing that until I'm like 98 years old. I am a huge fan of Star Trek, so love that. Love the Star Trek new films as well, and Star Trek Discovery, Next Generation. I'm a huge nerd, so that's me. That's literally my treasure chest. And I love Hans Zimmer, who makes the musical compositions for so many of the films that we see in theaters nowadays. So
yes.
Oh, and also I'm like listing off so many things that come to my head. And an author that I love is also Ocean Vuong, who wrote On Earth We're Beautifully Gorgeous. So that's literally, if you had to do like a vision board of the 5 things that I love, that's it.
Thank you so much. I love talking meaning, depth, poetry, pop culture, all of it with you. Your new book, which is just as good as it gets, Call Us What We Carry, Poems, is available now. And guess what? I'm so excited to share this. Everyone in the audience is going to go home with a copy. Yay! Text you soon.
Text you soon.
Okay, bye.